Hello, everyone. How are you? So, you don't need therapy. You just need to listen to yourself. You need to find your intuition again. It got lost over the years. When we're born, we're naturally intuitive. We want to feel good. We follow what feels good when we're little. And then as time goes on, we're told not to follow that. And so that voice inside of us gets lost. We stop listening to our intuition, and it gets to the point where we don't even know what our intuition is anymore. So the key to happiness is to allow yourself to be fulfilled, to follow your joy and your excitement, to follow what challenges you in a good way. Yeah? So we're so wrapped up, literally wrapped up, coiled up in what we think we should do. And this is why we're miserable. We're following the narrative of society of what a life is supposed to look like. And we're trying to duplicate that. And this is why we're miserable, because each of us was designed with our own blueprint of what we wanted to experience while we're here. And the only reason we're miserable is because we're not listening to that part of us. We're not following that soul blueprint, so to speak. Okay, so you don't need therapy. What you need is to allow yourself to feel good, to allow yourself to follow your intuition and to get back in touch with your intuition. Okay, so you can always tell your intuition versus your thoughts and fears, because it's always going to align you with your higher self. And your higher self always resonates at the frequency of love, joy, excitement. Okay, this is not to say you can't receive intuition on something that is going to protect you. These things also happen, but that would be less likely. It would be more likely that you would be drawn to do something else, and then in that way you would avoid a dangerous situation because you're following your intuitive voice, like, I'm going to go over here right now. And this is the main reason that we are depressed, that we're unfulfilled, that we're bored. You know, there's just that lacking void in our lives. The monotony is because we're trying to live somebody else's life instead of living our own. Okay, and that could be your parents, that could be whatever you think is supposed to be successful. We all have our own ideas of what that is. All right, so the key to our happiness is following what feels good to you, following what brings you fulfillment, what brings you joy and satisfaction, a deep satisfaction, not like binging out on, candy. What brings you deep satisfaction? Those are the things you want to follow. And if we start doing this, our life becomes more joyful. Our life becomes a flow, because really we're receiving this flow from our higher self. And it becomes choppy and rigid when we're not receiving that flow from our higher selves. When you're not in line with your higher self, you feel pretty crappy. You feel depressed. You feel angry. You feel frustrated, hopeless. Those are all signs that you are not in alignment with your higher self. So allowing ourselves to get back to the point of feeling good, feeling joy and fulfillment and freedom and excitement and challenge and adventure. Okay? These things are in alignment with your higher self. That's a clear indication that you are in alignment with your higher self in that moment when you're experiencing any of those feelings, emotions. Okay? So try that. Try to notice how you're feeling. Notice how things make you feel when you think about going to that party. Do you feel excited or does it feel heavy? Does it feel like an obligation? So we want to get really in tune with how we're feeling and start following those things, not being afraid to hurt people's feelings, okay? Just following what we feel. And if we all did this, our world would be amazingly joyful. We would all coexist in peace, because when you follow what's good for you, it benefits everyone around you. That's just how the law of attraction works. That's how this universe works. You can't hurt somebody else when you're being good to yourself. If it ends up giving them some sort of life lesson or trigger, that's perfect for them in that moment, because they're going to see that you're doing what's best for you, and it's going to inspire them to do the same for them. Okay? I hope this makes sense, and I love you all. And if you would like a private reading, click the link below. Okay, guys, see you next time. Bye.